¿Qué pasa 757? Está entonando una entrevista con su modelo, Estefany Tejada. What's going on, 757? You're tuning into your interview with Estefany Tejada, one of VA's top models.
Miss Estefany, how are you doing tonight?
I'm well, thank you.
Wonderful. Now, you're a model. You've been a model in the area for a while. Tell me a little bit why you got started in the business. Was it a dream of yours to start?
I always had like this inner courage that I couldn't bring out, and just, I don't know, I would just flip through magazines and see all these beautiful people and how they didn't have to do anything to get noticed. So I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to be noticed. I wanted attention to come to me without having to try so hard to get it.
To say anything, really. So moving forward, when you wanted to choose your next photographer or that next pose, did you go through magazines and did you ever model after other pictures you saw and to give you inspiration?
Well, I was a top model, well, still am a top model fan. So mimicking, you know, the work and the poses and magazines, it did help a lot, and practicing in front of the mirror, taking pictures, like 100 and some pictures, and deleting them and then starting over. All of that really helped, but the next photographer that I worked with was just more to help me in my portfolio. So I couldn't really be choosy about who I wanted to work with until I got to the status where I'm at now.
Now, what would you say your avenue of modeling? Is it glamour, runway, you know, print? What avenue? Because your height, is that a problem?
I'm right in the middle. I'm fortunate enough to be able to work with glamour, with fashion, just print, video, commercials, advertisements, everything, because I don't have just one type of genre. Like,
gotcha.
I'm Hispanic, and you know, I get confused for being mixed with different nationalities. I can lean more towards the African American side. I can lean more towards the Caucasian side. So as far as my height, yeah, I do really stick with urban. I can't do like the high international overseas, but the fashion work, I still can get fashion work though.
Good. And then sticking in the urban scene, do you ever feel like you are kind of typecasted or stuck with having to wear, I would say, like the glamour outfits, but they're a little, you know, racy?
I can always pull it off. I really don't have to. Just to break it down for you, I was in the military, and in the military you can't be too exposed. There are a few girls that are in the military that, do modeling, and you can't really be exposed like that. So I've been able to manage to pull it off and not have to go all out,
right? You
know, to get the good exposure.
Tell me some videos or some work that you've had recently, or just, you know, things that stand out. Okay,
I just finished a video for T.I., Young Joe, and Young LA, and that should be coming out pretty soon since T.I. is promoting right now.
Yeah.
Grand Hustle, everybody is dropping right now.
Yeah.
And I also did just work on a Mac 10 remix, Big Baller, with featuring Baby, Glass Malone, and Red Cafe.
Okay. Well, that's some good work going on.
Yeah.
Do you like staying? I know you like staying busy. Do you ever find it hard to keep on getting those jobs, or how do you go about getting your jobs?
Well, just the whole economy thing, the effect that's going on right now has affected my modeling game right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, that goes for everything. So I'm not. Well, today I wasn't getting into as much stuff as I was about a year ago. But today, like, the work is still there, it's consistent, but it's not as high paced as it used to be. And I think it all has to do with the economy. So.
On that note, let's twist the question around. How do you feel about the upcoming election? Tell me what you think. If you like.
Well, I really don't think that. I mean, everyone has their opinion, and it all comes to, you know, what your financial status is, you know, where did you grow up, what are your beliefs, you know, do you think that a black president is going to do us justice, or should we keep having a Caucasian president because that's what we're used to? And then, you know, putting women in the election. I think that, I mean, we're trying to do something different. And it's all about, you know, if America is ready for a change or not, if they can handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they can handle it. Okay, back to modeling. Back to that. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years if you say, I'm going to stay having a modeling career?
Okay, if I stay having a modeling career, I definitely do want to be, you know, I really want to brand my name. I want to make my name work for me later, even after modeling. I don't want to, you know, feel like I'm looking at the clock and I only have like a year left in the game. I want my name to continue, whether if I'm in front of the camera or not.
When you pick your assignments for, you know, a photographer wants to, you know, shoot with you, how do you go about picking the right photographer and knowing, you know, who's going to be best for you? Or because there's sometimes photographers can not have your best interest at heart.
Yeah. Well, doing my research, the research really helps. And if you feel like, you know, you can benefit from a photographer's work, then, you know, work with them. And if you don't feel like you can benefit from them, it's good to let them know, you know, at this time right now, I can't benefit from what you have to offer. So that's simply that.
What advice would you give some girls who are coming up in the industry and they're just trying to, you know, they're at home taking pictures in the mirror too? What advice would you give them?
My strongest advice is to do your research. Not to go on photo shoots and events alone. Always let someone know, you know, what's going on. There are a lot of things going on in the world in general that are a little shady or just not as promising as they make it appear to be. So just always having your safety and best interest is important.
So have you had any experiences where either a photographer, I mean, it's not really specific where it's been a negative, but when you had to say, oh, okay, I'm learning how the game is, I'm learning what not to do. Have you had experience like that before?
Yeah, I have had experiences, but it's just all about making the right choices. And, you know, if you make a mistake, overcoming that and learning from the experience and moving on. But fortunately for me, I haven't had any, you know, really serious, you know, encounters or any problems, but I have had inappropriate gestures and, you know, just inappropriate, unprofessional people that I've met through the industry. And all you have to do is know how to handle that.
And just move forward. That's all you can do. Now, what if a photographer says, hey, I want to dye your hair fire engine red? How do you feel about changing your looks like that? Is a model being versatile, or? It comes
with the package. It's like, you know, it's one of the job requirements. Only if, I mean, a photographer could request it, but if it's in the job description for what you're getting paid for it, you know, you do have an option if you want to do it or not. But I have no problem. I'm actually ready to dye my hair turquoise or any other color because I'm kind of done with the blonde look right now. So yeah,
it's fashion forward. That's what we need.
I really would like to enforce the fact that safety is the #1 issue. There are a lot of people that are doing scams or promising promises to young ladies that they'll become someone that they're not. And really, I mean, it's all about self-image and self-confidence. And if you're trying to get into a line of industry that you don't feel you can really associate with, then you're really gonna put yourself at risk for getting your feelings hurt. I mean, if you can't handle the pressure, you're gonna be dealing with, you know, more self-consciousness. And just keep practicing, keep trying to do what you're trying to do. Really try to associate with those people that are successful in the industry. Ask questions, don't be afraid to ask for advice. Okay, you just viewed your interview with Estefany Tejada on The Come Up, representing VA. If anyone has any questions about the industry or how can I help them with modeling, you can hit me up on MySpace, Dominicana 757. That's DOMINICANA 757.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, fellas, have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago.